Well, hello everyone, it's Marvina. Welcome to my mini angel Q&A. Today in this video, I have some information that you can use to help clear the energy in your house and make the energy in the house a happier place to live. One of my clients sent in a question and wanted to know about what was a psychic attack and how to know if there were negative entities in their house and that they had been having some major disturbances and some dark energy going on in their house, and they wanted to know what was going on, why was that happening to them. And so there's a lot of different reasons that you might have negative energy in your house. There are so many different reasons, it's crazy, but it could be the energy of the different materials that were brought together, how the wood was harvested, how the stone or anything regarding the materials that are actually in the house, especially wood and metal. They can hold on to negative energy for a long time. And if they were not handled properly, or if there was a lot of negativity involved in the way they were shipped or the way they were put together, the people that built the house, if they had a lot of things like alcoholism or drug abuse or just issues, even like mental instability, if there was somebody that was working on the house that had any issues like that, then it can create what I call a taint. And it's like a residue or like a film, like an icky film of energy. And it creates a bit of like a time warp. And so there's different things that can cause that to kind of go into action, so that you might feel the bed move, you might feel or see something in the house move, or even experience something scratching you or pulling your hair, or even noises. So to me, those are usually entities. There's so many different degrees of entities so you have like lower level mischievous spirits, then you have middle of the road entities, you have fully committed negative entities, and then you go up to what I would think of as like a lesser demon or a full demon or a dark lord, or something like maybe an arch demon. And an arch demon is kind of like on the idea of like a Borg energy, artificial intelligence, like the devil, however you want to think of it. But for the most part, not 100% of the time, but for the most part, the that would not be so much interested in the goings on of the little people like our business, but that could change. So, but anyhow, I definitely dark lords can be a cause of that, somebody yelling at you, or having a bit of like a running commentary in your head and all negative stuff, like instructing you adversely, like you need to hurt yourself, or you should die, you don't deserve to live. If you have anything like that, where you're hearing that type of stuff or that negativity over and over again, then this is definitely a very serious situation of entity attachment, and you need to take full measures to clear that. And it may not be as simple as doing a house clearing. You may need to have someone that does the full soul clearing work, because it may or may not be limited to your house. There are times where if if somebody dies in a home that they may have not been prepared to move on into the light, or their soul may feel like they were not ready to die, or they hadn't finished what they needed to, or for whatever reason, like maybe it was a suicide, it might have been a murder, and they may have had a really long illness. There might have been some anger about the way they died, and it just creates this charge. And that spirit, they have free will, and they don't have to make the full transition if they don't want to. And if they're very committed and there's a big charge on how they died or the circumstances of their death, then they may not cross over. And so the template energy of the house, or wherever they crossed, it might carry that charge. So anytime anybody comes into the space, they may feel the sadness of the whole situation. They might feel the darkness or the pain or the suffering of that person. They may feel like somebody is just trying really hard to get their attention. That might be why you experience somebody like yelling at you. So this is where you have to get some outside help or somebody that can get their attention properly, and that has the knowledge and the skills to help them kind of get some peace with how they died, do some of their personal work on the other side, and just help them to get some insight about what their options are now and how they can continue to maybe get some peace about what happened then, do some of their forgiveness work or whatever. But the clearing work is going to be help you to figure out if by tapping into the Akashic records to help you figure out if it's a negative entity, if it's a Dark Lord, is there a certain person in the household that entity or Dark Lord is attached to, what is feeding them. So quite often it could be alcohol or drugs, but sometimes they have other addictions that feed their negativity. And so somebody may be addicted to overeating, to even sex. There's a lot of different ways that they can negatively feed them. But that's what they're trying to do. That's why they attach to you, is because they're disconnected from creation, from the Holy Spirit. So they don't have that ongoing current of life force energy that we have access to through our higher self, and our higher self is always connected into creation. So we have like a direct pipeline of life force energy that can flow to us. But ugly spirits don't. They have free will, and they can turn back to the light if they choose to, but most of them really it takes them a while. But that's one of the reasons that they are attracted to our light, is because it's something that they don't have. And so sometimes they're attracted to us just to kind of get a feeling for that, like what it is, so that they can experience that too. But there's also other things that can cause negativity or taint in different rooms of your house. Sometimes it could be underground energy, like if there are like strong underground riverbeds. That for some reason it creates some kinetic, chaotic energy in your house. But there's a lot of different things that you can do to adjust that energy, to alleviate the noise, to get those negative entities and energies those vibrations out of your house. It just takes a little bit of maybe investigation or doing some different types of clearing work. So if you have questions about any of this, you're free to message me or send me an email. If you'd like to learn more about how you could work with your own angels to just to help make your life better and happier, be sure and sign up for my free Angel Connection ebook. I'll put the link right here in the description. And if you have questions, let me know. Thanks a lot. I'm Marvina. Bye-bye.